So the changes that we're making at the Sharon Academy are deeply rooted in the founding core principles of the school and our mission. And really what we're doing is we're taking what we know works, what we've seen work for decades now, and we're putting it at the focus of what we do. And we're calling it Deeper Learning, which is a worldwide initiative that educational leaders are really focusing on as the way to bring education into the future. So the four main characteristics of deeper learning are that the work that students do is relevant, is engaging and purposeful, is collaborative and wide-reaching, and is driven by student voice and choice. So I'm going to talk a little bit about each of those characteristics. When I say that the work students do is relevant, I mean that there are really strong connections between what students are actually doing in the classroom and at school and the world that they're growing up in and will have to navigate. So the question everybody hears all the time is, why do I need to know this? Why is this important? How will this affect my life? And what that question represents is what I think is a growing gap between school and life for our kids, the relevance gap. Students are less and less convinced that what they're doing in school is important or relevant to their lives. If we think that Shakespeare and polynomial equations are still really important for our students to engage with, we need to make the connections between those topics and students' lives more obvious. We have to draw a thicker line between that work that they're doing in school and their lives. So the next characteristic of deeper learning is that it is engaging and purposeful. But really, the more you think about it, the more engaging is actually the outcome of deeper learning. Student engagement is a buzzword that you hear everywhere, and it's really what happens when students are doing deeper learning. They are more engaged in what they're doing. They believe that there's a purpose to their work and an outcome that really matters. Their learning and their work has a clear, real-world purpose. There's a real-world consequence. They come in early to get work done. They stay late after school to figure something out. Another characteristic of deeper learning is that it is collaborative and wide-reaching. And so by that, I mean it is internally collaborative. Students work with each other to figure things out, solve problems, and create outcomes. And the collaboration takes place outside the school, goes beyond our small school community. How students communicate with each other to solve a problem, how to see and utilize other people's skills and understand one's own strengths and weaknesses, and how they affect the overall experience and outcome. Those are the indications that collaboration is really happening. And what we're finding out, hearing more and more from both colleges, universities, and employers out in the world is that a human being's ability to collaborate with others is perhaps the most important and dwindling skill that they are seeing in their people, in their teams. So again, it's about having an audience that's much bigger than just a teacher. That is what makes work powerful. Having to work with other learners to create something that audience experiences raises the bar on pretty much every skill involved in the process: critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, and communication. Lastly, deeper learning is characterized by work being driven by student voice and choice. Student agency and voice and choice is closely tied to trust. When students feel like they are respected and trusted, they are much more likely to step up to the plate and invest in something challenging. When students are trusted to make some of the decisions about what topics they pursue, what topics are relevant and engaging to them, they have a whole new level of being invested and exploring their own curiosity to drive their learning. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. I'm so glad that you clicked on this link and are here. I could talk about this for hours and hours and would be happy to. So if you have any questions or thoughts, please don't hesitate to contact me. I am really, really excited about what we're doing here, and I would love the opportunity to talk more about it. Thanks.